Hi, my name is Roman Dibden and I am Head of Strategic Development and Innovation here at the Changing Education Group. We are one of the UK's largest education business partnerships, working with around 500 schools and colleges and supporting tens of thousands of young people access the world of work every single year. Now, I'm often asked what a typical day would look like for me. The truth is, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer I can give here. In a nutshell, I work closely with our two co-founders and look at the strategic direction we go in as a group. But in simple terms, that means that one day I could be working closely with our delivery teams to look at how we can improve provision. I also work closely with our dev teams to remodel the user experience via our student app and associated software platform. But on other days, I spend my time coming up with brand new concepts, whether that be a social media campaign or a new offer to clients that our delivery teams can run with. As cliche as it sounds, no day is the same and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, interestingly enough, I was completely disengaged with education. I actually left school at 14. Now, I could sit here and look for excuses, but the truth be told is I was a complete pain in the backside that was struggling to come to terms with the fact that my mum had just been diagnosed with leukemia. I guess my way of helping was to rebel at school, so I was in a position to spend a little bit more time with her. Now, at first glance, being excluded from school sounded great, but honestly, there is only so much Xbox someone can play. Now, to channel my emotions, I turned to writing songs and performing. I was lucky enough to start running youth music workshops, securing paid gigs, and even got to perform at the Eden Project. Now, my mum still wanted me to get GCSEs under my belt, so for my final 6 months of school, I attended a pupil referral unit. Now, as creative as I am, I hated the double art lesson I had on a Monday, so conveniently enough, this was when my careers advisor was available. So I used to spend every Monday morning drinking tea, eating biscuits and talking all things careers. Now, lucky enough, I managed to secure 5 A to C grades, but unfortunately, my mum passed away just before I went to pick them up. As you can imagine, I'd hit an absolute low point. You know, I'd just lost my mum and it was someone that I'd described as my best friend also. So I was in a real rut and didn't know where life was going to take me. But fast forward a few months and my careers advisor Linda kindly remembered me and sent me an apprenticeship opportunity that she believed would be right up my street. And it allowed me to work within communities. It was for a housing association working on the employment and training team, so creating opportunities for others. Now, I remember absolutely bricking it when I was shortlisted for interview, but luckily enough, I hit it off with the hiring manager, and after a second phase interview with her manager, I was lucky enough to be offered the position. Now, the apprenticeship was due to last for 18 months. However, after 6 months, I'd managed to secure a promotion into supported housing, which was working with residents with, drug issues, battles with mental health, etc., and setting up projects to support them in moving forward with their life and overcoming some of those demons. And I absolutely loved the role. You know, I no longer felt like a complete failure. I felt empowered to make a difference. I could see the impact of the work and the projects that I was doing and seeing residents make the progress that they deserve to make. It was such a rewarding environment, and I was incredibly lucky to be supported by some great individuals that were working closely alongside me. But ultimately, I wanted to do a little bit more and give back, so I joined the Apprentice Ambassador Programme for Greater Manchester and started delivering keynote talks to students from all of the different schools and colleges about my journey and how an apprenticeship could help them. That led me to applying for a role with one of the largest apprentice providers in the Northwest on their schools and engagement team, where in essence my day job turned into recruiting other young people for apprenticeships. During that period of time, I managed to secure a promotion to managing the team and was nominated for 3 business awards. Luckily, I won those back in 2017, where I was awarded Young Business Person of the Year, Talent and Recruitment Professional of the Year, and also awarded the overall winner at the Made in Manchester Awards. So it was quite a nice experience, and it was great to be recognised en masse, really. Ultimately, I made the decision to join Changing Education because I believe in the mission. For me, the most rewarding element of my job is that I'm able to add value and I'm provided with the autonomy to make a difference on a wider scale. Now, my top 3 pieces of advice for young people out there are as follows. Number 1, find out what it is that drives you. There's absolutely no point jumping into a career that isn't aligned to your drivers, because ultimately you will get fed up. Now, I went from creating music to working in housing to apprenticeships, and now I'm sat here. Now, on paper that doesn't sound connected, but the drivers of making a difference remain the same throughout. Number 2, utilize your networks. Now, I can't stress this point enough. Book virtual coffees with people, ask plenty of questions, try and secure work experience, the list goes on. Number 3, find out how you work best. Quite often we are told to focus on improving what we're not so good at, whereas I'm a firm believer if we spent half as much time building on our strengths, we'd be in a much stronger position. For example, I have to travel everywhere with notepads. I have notepads at the side of the bed because I know that I randomly wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning with a brand new concept. And my coming of age moment was learning that by sketching those concepts out, I'm in a better position to apply pragmatic steps to bring them to life. Now, remember to be bold, be fearless, and most importantly, be you.